Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at this 1956 Montgomery Ward Airline hi-fi system that I got the other day. Found this at one of our local antique malls. It's kind of a peddler's mall, they call it. Just kind of walking through, saw this thing there, had 20 bucks on it, so I figured what the hell, especially when I saw what was inside of it, and you'll see that in just a moment. But you know, decent cabinet. The cabinet's in decent shape. Looks like it has a good veneer on the front. It's real nice looking. It's got a lot of crazing, of course, from as you might expect from something of this era. Grill cloth's in good shape. You can see the bracing underneath the cloth there for the speaker. This is a 15-inch speaker, so it has pretty good bass on the system. There's the little Montgomery Ward badge there, if I can get it focused. There you go, MW for Montgomery Ward. This grill cloth, actually, if I wanted to part this thing out, would be pretty handy for restoring probably some old amplifiers from the 50s. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to stuff you might have found on Gibson amps, that sort of thing. Opening it up here, we'll see the turntable. One slight disappointment. This is all it's all AM radio on the tuner, and also the record player didn't work. It actually works, but it was slower than it should have been. So I took it apart and looked at the little regulator wheel, and it's made of rubber, and rubber from 1956 is all shrunk and it's all messed up. So I would have to have that part rebuilt, which apparently is pretty expensive. So I probably won't bother with the turntable. I might just use this as an AM radio. We have a couple of AM stations here locally that play some cool oldies and stuff that I can kind of listen to if I want to keep this as a hi-fi. But if I did not want to keep this as a hi-fi, here's the main reason I bought this thing. And this is just another example of how you can find extremely cool bargains at antique stores sometimes. This amplifier is a push-pull 6AQ5 amp. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's in there. The 6AQ5 tube, it has two power tubes. There's 6AQ5, a 5Y3 rectifier. The preamp is based on some little 6 volts. Got a couple 6BA6s, a 6AV6 tubes such as that. So those are those little 7-pin tubes. But the amplifier alone, if I wanted to use this as a guitar amp, and actually since the phono doesn't work, there is an RCA plug where the phono comes in, and it's down here. And right now it's unplugged because, again, the turntable doesn't work anyway, so I didn't plug it back in. But if I wanted to convert this to use as guitar and AM radio, I could do that, actually, probably with some adjusting of the preamp. This is a 1956 again, so or not late 1955, early 1956, and the RIAA preamp standard was introduced in 1954, but I don't know if this would have had it or not. Because of that standard, the bass frequencies and the high frequencies may be exaggerated one way or the other because of the phono input, and also exaggerated because of the magnetic cartridge. I think it's a magnetic cartridge in this turntable. But this is the other reason I got this thing. I don't know if we can see that or not. Let's turn it around a little and we'll see a little better, get it on the light. It's pretty dusty, pretty dirty, but we can look and see what this is. 220, I'm sure you all know, is Jensen. That is 1955, 44th week of 1955, and this is a Jensen P15R for 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks I get a P15R. I get a 6AQ5 amplifier push-pull. 6AQ5 again is the same. It's actually the same as a 6V6, but in a different bass. It's actually a 7-pin bass. And I also get a little another little Jensen speaker there, a P3VH little tweeter, and that's Alnico as well. So for 20 bucks, I'll get a little tweeter, nice big honking 15-inch P15R, and an amplifier. So yeah, even if I don't, and a cabinet as well, you know, grill cloth. And if I want to keep this as an AM radio, let's turn this thing around again. Sorry for the bad camera work, but what are you going to do? Let's see. Yeah, if I want to keep this as a radio. It actually does work, so. We'll listen to some Moody Blues here, apparently. And I don't want to play that too long because I think YouTube actually starts cutting stuff out if it recognizes recognizes the song. So, at any rate, there's the amp. Cool speaker, all for 20 bucks, believe it or not. Very cool. Okay, I've got a cable plugged into this thing just for giggles. It's not very loud. I've got it cranked up and put on the hi-fi setting. Everything is pretty much dimed out except for the bass control, which actually gets less bassy as you turn it up to 10. So I've got it kind of in the middle where there's the most bass response. But I mean, it's not bad for what it is, but could be a little bit louder, and we'll work on that and see if we can get it there. Oh, looks like I got a bad cable.